Much, Mr. Lali, for highlighting that. Also, looking at this situation now, how do you think the proxies will be used by Iran? As Iran says that they won't retaliate. We just took the breaking news earlier. So, what can we expect?
Well, the jury's out, Azuma. It's too early to comment because it just started yesterday. And not to mention that the proxies are very weak. That was what Israel has been doing for 2 years. But my only point is the proxies might be weak, but they are not out. So I have a feeling that they're just waiting for the next opportunity to strike back. The other problem the proxies would have is that Israel and America have very strong intelligence. And as of now, since the internet is down and the communications are also down, so I don't think the proxies really know what's going on, and maybe they don't even know if Ayatollah Khamenei is no more. Because the moment they put their radios on and communicate, Israel goes and attacks them. So I think they're probably just, laying under the water right now to see how it pans out. But I'm sure, as I said, they might be down and not out. Azuma?
Thank you for highlighting that. And also, some of our guests have told us that the timing is very crucial of this, as like you briefly touch upon this, but back home in US, Trump is losing popularity. Netanyahu, on the other hand, in Israel was also losing popularity. But for him, going to this war, well, we'll come back to you right after we take another breaking news. Thank you for staying with us. Now we have another breaking news coming in from US. US President Donald Trump has issued a stern warning to Iran after the country has threatened to launch a massive attack. In a statement, Trump has said that if Iran follows through with their threat, the US will respond with unprecedented force. He has emphasized the severity of the situation, stating that the US would not hesitate to strike back with overwhelming power. The situation continues to escalate as tensions between the two nations rise. Now we welcome back Mr. Surinder Singh Lali. Thank you very much, Mr. Singh Lali, for staying with us. Let me build up on my question earlier. I was saying that, what do you think this timing suggests of all this? Do you think some of our guests have mentioned, that Netanyahu had to do this to stay in power? But what about American President Trump? Why do you think he had agreed to do this, regardless of the interest of US in this region? Why do you think he decided to go to war, or not war, but attack Iran right now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Your question was that why did Donald Trump do it? Because he was funded by AIPAC. AIPAC is the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. He's funded by the very large Jewish lobby, which has paid millions in his election. So obviously, once you take somebody's funding, then you have to give back to them in whatever way you are capable of. So Donald Trump has gone back. That is one reason, and the other reason is the Epstein files. Please understand that Jeffrey Epstein was Jewish, so is Ghislaine Maxwell, and so is Ghislaine's father, Robert Maxwell. Robert Maxwell got the funeral, he got the funeral of as if he was the head of the state. And, so many ex-presidents and prime ministers from the state of Israel showed up. And there is enough evidence in the released Epstein files that Jeffrey Epstein was, working for both the CIA and the Mossad. So obviously, that same files and the same access which Donald Trump is not releasing. So why is he not releasing? Because maybe there is stuff which can embarrass him, or maybe have him impeached, or have him resign by the end of the day. And this is the information that maybe, Benjamin Netanyahu and the Jewish lobby is using against him for his office, so that they can, use the American war machinery in the larger interest of the state of Israel. Mazuma?
Thank you very much, Mr. Singh Lali, for joining us today and sharing that insight with us on NewsX World. I'd like to also welcome Mr. Ambassador KB Fabian. He's a former diplomat, joins us live from New Delhi for this. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador Fabian, for joining us. Ambassador Fabian, looking at all this situation, what was your initial reaction, and what do you think this vacuum means for Iran, Iran's politics now? We seem to have lost connection with Ambassador Fabian. I'd like to welcome back Mr. Surinder Singh Lali for my next question. Thank you very much, Mr. Lali, for staying with us. Now, if negotiations were supposed to, how do you think this negotiation was used? Do you think this was just to cover up for these Mission Epic Fury?
America and Israel were never interested in any negotiations. They were simply buying time so that maybe they could do some intelligence gathering. There is enough evidence that Iran was coming on the table repeatedly, and Iran was obliging to quite a few of the terms and conditions that America and Israel were setting. But let's understand, that was a fig leaf. They had to do what they had to do, and they've done what they wanted to do. So these negotiations were simply to buy time and just give it a little bit of political correctness all across the globe, that, oh, we tried to negotiate and we were not able to bring Iran on the negotiating table, because every time Iran agreed, America shifted the goalpost. So yes, you rightly said these negotiations were nothing but a facade by the United States and Israel. Azuma?
Much, Mr. Singh Lali, for joining us today and sharing that deep insight with us on breaking news throughout. Now we also welcome Ambassador Mahi Sachdev.